Students, for 12th class today, continuing with the electrochemistry, we are taking a new topic that is electrochemical cell. This electrochemical cell is basically a device. It is an instrument that is used to produce electricity during an indirect redox reaction. So, in this device, in this instrument, indirect redox reaction takes place. Indirect redox reaction means that oxidation takes place in one container and reduction takes place in another container, though those two containers are connected. They are interconnected in the outer circuit as well as in the inner circuit. So, in simple words, your electrochemical cell is a device. It's a device which produces electric current, which we use for producing electric current during an indirect redox reaction in two half cells. That means your electrochemical cell has two half cells. I will come to its construction later on, but first let us go to its definition once more. So your electrochemical cell is a device which produces electric current during an indirect redox reaction in two half cells of this instrument. This cell was first produced by two scientists separately. First it was Luigi Galvani in 1780 and then it was Alessandro Volta in 1800. They produced this cell first time. Now let us go to the construction of this electrochemical cell. As you see this, the figure of this cell, you find there are two containers. These two containers are both glass tumblers. They are beakers. This is one beaker, this is another beaker. These two beakers are known as half cells. This is known as oxidation half cell and this is known as reduction half cell. Oxidation, why? Because oxidation will take place in this cell. I will discuss this later on. While reduction will take place in this half cell, so it will be known as reduction half cell. So there are two half cells. Both half cells are made up of glass. Now this half cell, that is your oxidation half cell, it contains an electrolyte, namely zinc sulfate solution. So we keep zinc sulfate solution in this half cell and copper sulfate solution in this half cell. Both solutions, that is your zinc sulfate solution and copper sulfate solution, they should have same concentration, that is 1m. The concentration of zinc sulfate here is 1m and the concentration of copper sulfate is again 1m. The concentration of both these electrolytes should be same. Now this half cell, in this half cell, a metal electrode, zinc electrode has been immersed. So this zinc electrode is immersed in zinc sulfate solution and a copper rod. And a copper rod is dipped in copper sulfate solution. Zinc in zinc sulfate solution and copper in copper sulfate solution. These two are electrodes. This electrode which has been kept in oxidation half cell, the electrode which has been kept in oxidation half cell is known as anode. Please remember what is anode. Anode is an electrode which is kept in oxidation half cell and it has negative charge. So negative pole, this is negative pole. So the negatively charged electrode kept in oxidation half cell is known as anode. While as the copper rod, that is the positive charged rod which has been kept in reduction half cell, the electrode kept in reduction half cell is known as cathode. Once more, I will tell you about these electrodes. The electrode which has been kept in oxidation half cell is known as anode. It is negatively charged. And the electrode which has been kept in this half cell, that is reduction half cell, has positive charge and it is known as cathode. Now these two electrodes, they are connected to each other. They are connected to each other through a key and a voltmeter. through copper wires. These are copper wires. This is the voltmeter and this is a key. This is outer circuit. This is called outer circuit. But these two electrolytes, that is your zinc sulfate, which has been kept in oxidation half cell, and copper sulfate, which has been kept in reduction half cell, they are connected to each other by an inner circuit. This is an inner circuit. This inner circuit has an instrument known as salt bridge. So what is this salt bridge? Salt bridge is basically an inverted U tube. You find this is inverted U. This is an inverted U tube. It contains potassium chloride in agar-agar. Sometimes we can use silver nitrate also in place of potassium chloride. But here in this example, potassium chloride has been taken as a salt dissolved in agar-agar. It forms a thick paste. That thick paste is deposited. That thick paste is filled in this salt bridge. The limbs of this salt bridge, that is these two ends, they are plugged by cotton. They are closed by cotton. So these are cotton plugs. So it forms your salt bridge. Its functioning will be discussed later on. That is all about the construction of this cell. That is your electrochemical cell. Moving to its working now. How does this cell work? How oxidation and reduction take place? That is, redox reaction takes place and current is produced. Now coming to its working. Starting with the working, we connect the key. As soon as this key is connected, reaction takes place in this part of the cell, that is in oxidation half cell. As the name suggests, oxidation will take place in this cell. How? Just see. Here your zinc, this zinc rod, it begins to dissolve. It begins to lose electron. It loses electrons to form zinc ion. So what happens in this half cell? In this half cell, oxidation takes place. How? Your zinc that loses electrons and forms zinc positive ions. That is, oxidation has taken place in this half cell. That is why this half cell is known as oxidation half cell. Now, when oxidation has taken place, electrons are released. How? These electrons which have been released as a result of oxidation, they get transferred. Your electron get transferred through this electrode, through this anode, through this zinc anode to the another half cell, that is your reduction half cell, through this circuit, through the outer circuit. So your electron moves in this direction and goes into this solution. Now please remember, when electron moves from left to right, the current will flow in the opposite direction. That is, current will flow from right to left. Here current moving in right to left. So current is produced and that flows from this half cell to this half cell. That is from reduction half cell to oxidation half cell. I have shown that flowing of current by this arrow. Now what happened in this half cell again? Zinc has lost electron, that is oxidation has taken place and electrons have been transferred to the reduction half cell. Now what happens here in this half cell? In this half cell, you know there is copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution has copper ions. If this is copper sulfate solution, so it has copper 2 positive and sulfate 2 negative. That is, your copper has copper ions, Cu2 positive ions. What happens? 2 electrons have come. This copper ion gets those electrons which have been released by the oxidation half cell. So these 2 electrons get added up by copper ion forming copper. And since there is a gain of electron, so reduction has taken place. Now In this half cell, oxidation took place, that is this, and in this half cell, reduction has taken place. Oxidation happens in the oxidation half cell, and your reduction takes place in the reduction half cell. So these two reactions, that is oxidation and reduction, they take place simultaneously at the same time. If they have taken place at the same time, that means a redox reaction has been caused. And when redox reaction has been caused, electric current has been produced. Now electric current has been produced. Your electrochemical cell has worked and produced electricity. But during this process, during this oxidation and reduction, during these redox reactions, what happens? In this half cell, since zinc, zinc has lost electrons, and so the concentration of zinc 2 positive ions increases. In which cell? In the oxidation half cell. Please remember, when zinc loses electrons, zinc 2 positive ions are produced in this half cell. Their concentration increases, Zn2 positive. While in this case, in the reduction half cell, the concentration of sulfate ion increases, SO4 2 negative. This increases in reduction half cell. Why? I will tell you. In this half cell, in the oxidation half cell, your zinc lost electrons and produced zinc positive ions. That is, their concentration in this half cell will increase continuously. While in this half cell, your copper, in the copper sulfate solution, that gains electrons to become copper. So the concentration of sulfate ion increases, and it creates a threat for the neutrality, because here zinc ions are being created continuously and their concentration is increasing, and here the concentration of sulfate ions. So here your salt bridge comes to the rescue. Salt bridge comes to exist. It starts its function. Now how? Since you know your salt bridge contains a salt, for example in this case KCl. What does this KCl do? In this KCl, your potassium that will combine with zinc ion. Your Cl will combine with zinc ion. Chloride part of the salt bridge that will react with zinc. That is, your chloride will move here. Chloride will come down and combine with zinc 2 positive ions, forming like this. What will happen? Please remember, since the concentration of Zn2 positive in this cell has increased, then Cl negative that comes down and combines with it, forming zinc chloride. So it has become neutral. In this half cell, what happens? The concentration of sulfate ion had increased. What happens here? Which part comes to the rescue of this? Positive part will have to come, because this is negative part. That is, potassium ion will come to its rescue, forming potassium sulfate solution. So both have become neutral. So what is the main function of salt bridge here? Salt bridge has a specialized function here. It maintains the electroneutrality of the electrochemical cell. It neutralizes zinc ions. Zinc ions in this half cell, in the oxidation half cell, and it neutralizes sulfate ions in the reduction half cell. So your salt bridge, the main function of the salt bridge is to maintain the electroneutrality of the electrochemical cell. So this is all about the working of an electrochemical cell. Now, how this cell is represented? How we represent this cell? This cell, that is your electrochemical cell. In order to represent it, what we do, there is a sequential method of representing an electrochemical cell. What we do, First of all, we write anode. Then we write colon. After colon, we write anode electrode. The electrode which is present in anode. Anode electrode. And its concentration, that is C1. C1 means the concentration of first half cell. Then we place a salt bridge here. Salt bridge is represented by drawing two parallel lines from top to bottom. Then we write cathode, followed by semicolon, then cathode electrode, that is its ion, its concentration C2. C2 means concentration in the second half cell, and followed by colon and then cathode. This is how an electrochemical cell is represented. This is how an electrochemical cell is represented. Anode followed by anode electrode, its concentration, then a salt bridge in between, cathode, cathode electrode and its concentration, and finally the cathode. Now, as far as this example is concerned, this electrochemical cell is concerned, here anode is zinc. So I will write Zn like this, Zn, colon, anode electrode in this half cell, in the oxidation half cell, the concentration of these ions had increased when zinc lost electron, and then its concentration was 1m, followed by what? Salt bridge. Salt bridge is simply represented by drawing two parallel lines from top to bottom. Then I shall have to write cathode. What was the cathode? Cathode was copper. Semicolon. Cathode electrolyte was Cu2 positive and its concentration was 1m. Then semicolon, and finally the cathode, and cathode in this case is copper. So this is the representation of an electrochemical cell. I will repeat it. Anode followed by anode electrode, and we keep a semicolon in between, followed by salt bridge. Salt bridge is simply represented by drawing two parallel lines from top to bottom. Then we write cathode, here in this case copper, then the electrolyte, that is your Cu2 positive ions, and finally the cathode, that is your copper rod. So this is all about electrochemical cell. Thank you.